Hi everyone, welcome back to our playthrough of the Firefly board game, the solo version, using the scenario here, Awful Lonely in the Big Black. Now we have one correction to make from last time. We were about to set off from Persephone. What I was looking at is that we do not actually have a job to work there. Now that's one of the things that I mentioned. The various actions that you can take in a game is that you can fly, which in the solo game here ends the turn, buy, deal, and work a job. Well, we got here, we dealt with Badger and decided to take a job for him, or whether we looked through his job list anyway. We then bought fuel, so we did our buy action and all. We're about to take our fly action, but we didn't actually work a job. Well, there's no job here on Persephone. I don't believe that we have. Yeah, we got one for Bellerophon. We got one that starts on the Space Bazaar. And we've got one here that starts over there on Ezra. I'm sorry, Murphy. Harrow over on Murphy. So we don't actually have a job here that we can do. So whenever you don't have work that you can actually do, job, there's a thing called make work. And you've heard Malcolm talk about it in the show where he talks about, why you don't rely on luck. Because he says ships that rely on luck end up adrift with no fuel, no jobs, having to get alliance make work and getting drug off to the scrap belt. Well, that's what we're doing. We're doing make work. Think of it as we're hiring ourselves out as bodyguards. Think of it as, you're providing security for something. Think of it as you're, I don't know, helping move cargo in a warehouse. Maybe you're just hitting the gambling dens. But whatever, anytime you're on a space with a planet and you don't actually have a job to work there, you can do make work and get 200 credits. So kind of there to keep you from being in a situation where, you're not going to have nothing to do. So we're going to get our 200 credits. I think that will take us back up, if I'm correct, to, I think 2100 now. Okay, so at this point, we were going to take off and fly. We have got we picked up a passenger. If you remember, we're running the mission for Badger, making the love connection. We'd picked up a passenger in Sinon before we made this detour over here to Persephone. And now we're heading over to Boros, Georgia, in the Georgia system. So Boros there, as you see, that's going to be at least a 2-burn job. Because it is, even taking the shortest path, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. So with 2 burns, it's going to take 7 turns to get there. Now, I think there's actually a mission here, if I remember correctly. There is, but it's a legal one. We may go ahead and pick that up just to get a little extra cash. I don't know. It only pays 700. I think we'll skip that. I was thinking about going to Bellerophon. There's the labor transport. It's legal. They want you to pick up 2 passengers at Bellerophon and take them to Albion. But it only pays 700, and then we would have to pay 1,200 in crew salary, so we'd lose more money. I'm not going to work this. I am just going to hold on to it, just in case for some reason we have something that happens that breaks our solid rating. With Harkin, we'll have an easy job we can do toward the end there and get our rating back up with him. So, are there any that go through Ariel or Athens? No, and no. None of our other ones go anywhere around there. So we're just going to do 2 burns and pick which planet we want to stop at. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if we do a full burn with no problems, 1, 2, 3, we could get all the way over to Athens. So I think we'll do that. We're going to burn a fuel. There we go. Take a fuel off our board. Of course, with our drive core, we got a range of 5. So we are going to do that, and we are going to try to head toward Athens now. So let's go ahead and take 1 space forward. into alliance space. We draw a card for that. The big black, keep flying. Let's move our second one, and we're going to go this way. I mean, it doesn't get us any closer, but if we get stopped here, then we'll be on a planet and we could like make work or something. So keep those things in mind. Big black, keep flying. So that's 2 out of the way. Third one will take us to aerial. And we have, ooh, distress signal. All right. We search and rescue tug or say a prayer and slide on by. We've detected a distress signal. Spend 1 fuel. Remove disgruntled from all the moral crew and take $200. And we hit a full stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can do that, I'm thinking. Because if we say a prayer and just slide on by, all our moral crew get disgruntled. So it means most of our crew, 4 out of our 6 crew members, will get a disgruntled, but we can keep flying. This actually stops us on aerial, stops us on a planet, so we can do make work. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll spend 1 fuel. So we'll get rid of another fuel. That's a little bit of an ouch. But we remove disgruntled, not from all the moral crew. There's no disgruntled over here. And we get another $200. But we do have to stop flying. So that's what that last one says. Full stop means you end right there. You don't continue on. So our full burn this time ended after 3 spaces. Okay, so we are now in aerial. Get these cards here off the board. So in aerial, that was the end of that turn. Oh, I need to take off as well. Forgot about that. Take off another disgruntled token, signifying the end of that turn when I did the flight. All right, so we are in aerial. I'm going to take a quick look through. Our job options are in Bellerophon, the Space Bazaar, and Murphy. So nothing going on there. Nothing to do. Okay, there's no buying we can do here because it's not Regina, it's not the Space Bazaar, so that it's not a supply planet. So we can't do any buying here. Can't do any selling. We could, if we wanted to get rid of a crew member, we could discard a crew member here. Anytime that you're on any planet space, you can always discard crew members if that's what you wanted to do. But that's not going to be an issue with us. So at this point, no buying, no dealing. I guess we are going to make work. So we will get yet another 200. Take those out. So we've got another 200 for making work here. And then we will end the turn by burning another fuel. And we're down to 3 fuel now. But you see why fuel is important. It's not just a matter of making full burns. It's stuff like that. It's the options that you come across on these flight cards, on these nav cards, that may change things for the better, for the worse. It may get you into a scrape. It may get you out of a scrape. It may make you money. So we're flying again. Take off another disgruntled token. And see, we are now down to 16 turns left. So we burned another fuel. And we are going to go 1. The last one of the alliance space there. If the coal bursts, we're drifting. So we got best not bust then, or replace the whole damn mess. So those are our choices. We can spin 2 parts and keep flying by replacing the whole damn mess. Focusing in there, hopefully. Come on. Okay, so replace the whole damn mess, spin 2 parts and keep flying. Or we can try, to beat the breakdown rating. And we'd need to roll an 8. On our tech rating, we've got a tech rating of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 skill over here. Let's take a look. So you see, we've got 5 skill. 2 from Bree, 3 from Kaylee, and Kaylee gets a reroll. So we've got 5. We'd need to roll a 3 or higher. And we need to roll a 3 or higher, and we get a reroll. Let's do that. We're going to do the best not bust then. So let's go ahead. Let's roll the dice. Come on, 3 or higher. 2. All right. Add in Kaylee's 3. That takes it to a 5. Add in the other 2. That takes it to a 7. Normally that gives us a full stop, but we will try another roll. Come on, Kaylee. Work your magic. Let that parts talk to you. And we got a 6. All right. And let's re-roll it again. She's doing some thrilling heroics. We got a 6, we got a 5, that takes us to an 11, add in their 5, we pass that with a 16. So more thrilling heroics took part. Think of it as something like, remember back when you were a little kid, if you can remember back in the days when you had TV antennas, the rabbit ears, when you'd be stretching tinfoil between the rabbit ears and then hanging on to one of the end of them and sticking your arm out in the other direction out the window to make the picture come in better. Maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe the engine room now looks like Space Monkeys hit it. You know, you've got wires strung everywhere. She's up a ladder. She's pulling a switch with her left hand and got her legs stretched all the way across the engine and pushing a button on the other side of the engine with her big toe. So she's doing some thrilling heroics here to keep us flying. Okay. So that is, I believe, our second go. No, our first. We went from aerial. Okay. So that's our first one. Now we are going to head into the Athens sector here with Patience. And now we're in border space, and we need to draw a border card. Big black, keep flying. All right. That is 2 down. 3 will take us there. Another border card. Ship graveyard. Premium salvage. We can do a salvage op with our tech level. Need an 8 or higher. All those give us full stops. Or we can keep flying because we don't have any time for dilly-dally. Oh, this is a hard choice. We are 1 away from, and we'll have to burn another fuel. We're down to 2 fuel. Also, we've only got 16 turns left. We got a 1 to 7. Either way, we do a full stop. Do we take a ship upgrade? Well, there's only 1 ship upgrade over there in the discard piles, and that is a crybaby. So we can get 2 parts, or we could get a crybaby because it has to come out of the discard. Well, at this moment, there's not anything I want in the discard pile, so we're just going to keep flying. We've got the 2 parts. They're not a problem. So we will keep flying. Our last space to Boros. Draw another border space card. Ghost ship. We can either get a bad feeling and keep flying, or we can do a salvage op. Ooh. Salvage op, there's a Reaver on board. So we can roll a 7 or higher with weapon skill. Ooh, this comes to a really... Ooh. If we blow it, we kill 2 crew and come to a full stop. If we get it, we take $1,000 and come to a full stop. Well, the full stop don't bother us because we're where we want to be. Ooh, but do we push our luck here? Let's take a look. We have 2, 4. So we have got a 4 with a reroll from Zoe there. And we've got to get higher than a 7. Anything less than a 7. So we need once again, a 3 or higher, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. With a reroll. I'm going to risk it one more time. I'm going to risk it. Oh, if we have to kill 2 crew. God. All right, we'll see. We've got a medic, so we'll see what happens. If we have to lose somebody, we'll lose the medic, the interrogator. Come on, roll high, roll high, roll high. A 3. Okay, so we rolled a 3. We get to add in the 4 that they had. That gives us a 7. So we got a 7. We killed the Reaver. We take 1,000 and we come to a full stop. Full stop is good. Let me dig into the money stack here. Take out 1,000. And we've made an extra 1,000. All right. It pays to take chances. It pays to take chances. Except when it don't. All right. I'm going to get another cough drop and have a little bit more coffee. Rest my throat for a second. And then we'll see what we do on Georgia here on Boros. Okay, we're back for our turn here. Now, we had just finished flying to Boros. So we're starting a new turn. There's nothing we can buy on Boros. There's no deal making we can do on Boros. But we can work our job, and that's the making the love connection. We can take that passenger we picked up over on Sinon, and we've got to the place where we need to drop him off here on Boros, Georgia. We have to deliver him to get paid. Set the card here. So just like at the beginning, the needs, you need these needs at the end of the mission just like you need them at the beginning. They apply to both ends of the working here. So once again, as we said, we could do it with Malcolm because Malcolm has them all. But we're going to send Inara on this mission as well because she is a companion. And as a companion, we will get a companion bonus if we got one working the mission. So there you go. We are going to go down here. We're going to take the passenger, unload them. So that is going to make us 1,800 credits. And then having Inara on board is going to give us an extra 500. So we are going to go up to 2,300 for making this delivery here. And that will be very cool. But the biggest part of it is that makes us solid with Badger. So we are going to put Badger on here now. Now we're solid with Harkin. I said, that was an actual legal mission too, wasn't it? Yep. I think it may be one of the few legal missions that Badger has. It does have at least that one. So we are now solid with Badger. Remember, when we get solid with Harkin, we can ignore the custom inspections card and we can buy fuel from them. As you see, solid with Badger is favor for a favor. When you're solid and you're dealing, you can pay 1,000 to clear all your warrants. So if we had 3 warrants from crimes that we had committed, we could give him 1,000 and clear them all. Whereas, if you've got warrants and you hit the Alliance ship up here, you pay $1,000 for every warrant. So that's a good thing. He'll also buy any contraband for us. If we want to sell him contraband, he'll buy it for 700, and he'll buy any cargo we're carrying for 400. So very good. Now I'm going to grab the 2,300 out of the box, add it to our stack here. We currently have 3,000 with all the make work and that ghost ship and all. We're back up to 3,000 on our money. And I'm going to put that in there, and then we will see where we go from here. Okay, we put our 2,300 over here into our bank stack. Now, I said we worked a deal, so we don't have to make work or anything. We can't buy, we can't deal. So it's time. The only thing left for us to do is fly. And we have got 2 bosses right up here. We got Niska and we've got Patience. So I think we're going to swing down this way, hit both of them so that we can get cards from both of them and get some options about where we want to go. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to move 1 space over here to Ezra where Niska is. And that is something you don't have to, anytime you want to move, you can move 1 space. It's called moseying. So we just mosey on over here to Niska. You don't have to burn any fuel to do a mosey. And you're moving slowly and carefully so you don't pull any navigation cards. That's nice as well. So we will go there. No nav cards. Now, let's see what Niska has. Niska, in his discard, remember, he has got this kidnapping for fun and profit, which is, of course, illegal and immoral. It takes place at Lux, which is over there. From where we are, Lux is right over here. You have to pick up a fugitive from Lux and bring him back over here to Ezra to get paid. And it takes 2 misbehaving. So, tell you what we're going to do. We will take our chances. I will put it back down over here on his discard. We're not going to consider that. And we're going to take the top 3 cards and take a look at them and see what kind of missions he has. Just don't like the... Alright, let's see what he's got. He's got... Ooh, that is a tough one. The Alliance Reserve Bank Heist. As you see there, you have to go to Londinium, and then you have to misbehave 4 times, and then roll to open a vault. Wow, you get a massive payoff for it, but damn, that's a tough mission. Next choice he has up is From Great Need Springs Great Profit. You load 2 contraband right here where we are. Okay, that's good. You have to take it to Anson's World over here on Red Sun. So that's good too. I mean, we're flying back over this way because we want to get to Amnon Duel and get, mission from him. We got to get solid with him as well. So this is quite intriguing. Once you get to Red Sun, you have to misbehave twice and then negotiate. And there you go, negotiate. We have got negotiation skill out the wazoo. So, yeah, that one is a real good contender. And then the third one is Protection Racket, Shakedown Jubilee. We have to go to Jubilee over at Red Sun, do 3 misbehaves, and get paid for it after we misbehave, 3,500. There is a soldier bonus. I think we're going to go with From Great Need Springs Great Profit. All right, so this is a smuggling job. It's illegal and immoral. God knows what the hell we are smuggling. The whole great need makes me think that it's probably some vital supplies we've stolen from someone else. So I need to take a look at the rules right quick to see if they get disgruntled because we are working it or not. At the moment, just load 2 contraband. I can load the 2 contraband by myself. You notice there's no needs. There's nothing in particular that you need to do to just do this. So I'm going to load the 2 contraband, put them into my hold here, and then I'm going to take a quick look and see when your crew gets disgruntled from working it. I mean, Malcolm is moral. You see, he is a moral person. So if we get it from working it, he will get a disgruntled thing. So I will be right back. All right, a quick review of the rules shows that you only take the disgruntled hit from an immoral job when you complete the job, when you finish working the job. I guess that would be much like, be based on, kind of think of the train robbery episode where they, once again, were working for Niska, oddly enough, and they were stealing the vitally needed medication supplies from that town, frontier town. And, they decided at the end they weren't going to keep them, and they took them back, and, they never completed the mission, so they never got disgruntled. Awesome. Nice little effect there. So we are here in Ezra with Niska. So we are going to load our 2 contraband. And just like the passengers and fugitives, cargo on one side, contraband on the other. With it being contraband, we are going to stick it down here in our stash. That's the little hidden areas on the ship. I'm not going to put it out here in the main hold where it could be found in a search. Put it down here in the stash. I think only a search by the Alliance cruiser will actually find it when it's in your stash. So we are going to do that. All right, so at that point, we are going to, that finishes up our turn. And we're going to move again. And this time we are going to move over there toward Athens where Patience is. Is that what we want to do? We're down to 3 fuel. We go to Athens. And then we swing by Osiris. Yeah, I think if we do that, go to Athens to hit Patience, get jobs from her, go to Osiris, do a little shopping in Osiris, and we can refuel while we're there. So that's what we'll do. We're going to burn a fuel, down to 2 fuel left. And then we are going to do a burn. So we're going to go 1 space. We're in border space. What do we get? Reavers on the hunt. The player on your right must move the Reaver cutter 1 space. So the Reavers are on the hunt, so they're going to move. And the fastest way for them to move to get toward us is to go back this way again. So they are moving, trying to get to us around the top of the map now. All right. And we're going to move the 1 final space to get here to Athens and Patience. And we got to keep flying the big black. So no bad effects from there. Okay, now we're going to take a look at what Patience has. Patience has, of course, the good old-fashioned mail robbery. We are going to, just like we did with Niska, leave that in the discard and draw 3 brand new ones. Oh my God, Patience has a legal one. Well, wonders never cease. We got quite the choice here. We got a legal one, an illegal one, and an illegal and immoral one. All right, let's look at the illegal immoral one first, since we're very unlikely to do that. Swipe settlers' rations. Well, there you go. It's a crime. We have to go to Brisingamen? Is that the way you pronounce it? Brisingamen, perhaps? Once we get there, we got to misbehave twice. We need 2 guns. It says protein, vitamins, immunization supplements. One of those will feed a family for a month or fetch a good price. All right, we're not going to do that one. Not going to steal the food from the settlers out of the mouths of their babes. Good fences make good neighbors. It's illegal. We have to misbehave twice. We have to go to Ezra, actually, backtrack. Make sure Niska's boys knows whose turf is whose. We have to misbehave twice on Ezra. And, if we fail, we lose Niska rep. You know, we're going to be working hard for the Niska rep, so we're probably not going to do that one. What kind of legal one does she have with a special payoff? Ranch hand recruitment. We have to go to the Space Bazaar at Red Sun. Well, hell, that's exactly where we're going. And then we have to come back to Ithaca, which is up here in Georgia. So we'd have to retract, go to the Space Bazaar, which we were planning to do, and then retract back over here. So this one's perfect. We load up as many passengers as we want, and then when we deliver them, we get $300 per passenger and an extra $400 if we got a medic, which we do. That's the one we're going to take. Don't need to work it right now. We do need to just put it in our hand. But that brings up the question, what do we do over here? We can only have 3 unactive ones in our hand, so we'll get rid of this one from Badger, the illegal, immoral, stealing atmospheric processes from settlers. We'll discard that, throw it in Badger's discard stack, and we will put the ranch hand recruitment into our inactive. Remember, we can have up to 3 inactive and up to 3 active. Okay, so there you go. I think we will do one more thing here. We're going to do a burn. So I am burning the next to last fuel that I have to do the fuel burn, and we're going to head to Osiris. So 1 space, Alliance entanglements. Move the Alliance cruiser to any Alliance sector not occupied by a Firefly and keep flying. Or a legitimate tip. Requires solid Harken rep, which we have. Remember, we are solid with Harken, so yay. Move the cruiser to an Alliance sector with an outlaw ship. Well, there are none except for us. Take $500 and keep flying. Well, that really doesn't apply in a solo game. So we will move that to any Alliance sector not occupied by a Firefly and keep a wild goose chase. So you see there, it's kind of, wild goose chase. It's moving it away from you, you know, and that's a legitimate thing to do there. So we are going to take a look at it. So let me get her missions off the board. Let me take a look. Where is a good place to move that? I think I am going to move it right up there. Whoops. This one's the only one that tends to fall off of its mount. There we go. I'm going to move the Alliance Cruiser right up there next to Persephone. That is about the farthest it can go. That's not out of our direct line of path, so it'll keep it away from us for a while. And finally, let's take our last move. Let's go to Osiris. The big black keep flying. Okay. And we burn. Ooh. I'm going to have to look. I know we burned one for that. I think we had to burn one for moving to Patience, too. Don't think we took one away. I'll look at the recording here, see if we need to move another one. I think we do. And so we're going to be down either 15 if this is the only one, 14 if I have to remove another one. And when we come next time, we will go shopping at the Osiris Shipworks and replenish our damn fuel. Get our garum fuel back up. So we will see you then. Thanks for watching.